You've had 3 years away, and I tell you what, it's really good to finally see you back up there, mate. How does it feel?
It feels incredible. It feels as though I'm highly blessed and favored and lucky and happy. I'm all good things, man. It's really good to be back. Really, really good.
So you told me just before we started filming, you tore your bicep. So when did that happen, mate?
I tore my bicep last April. It was probably one of the lowest points of my life. Just a culmination of everything that happened leading to that point, going through a divorce, seemingly losing everything, and only having bodybuilding and training to hold on to, and kind of rebuilding my life at that point, and then losing the ability to train. Was extremely, extremely difficult on me mentally. So here we are a little more than a year later, and I'm able to not only compete, but compete at a high level. And I can't feel anything but just pure joy and happiness that God has given me the opportunity to be able to do this again, you know?
How did you get past that really difficult point? What was the thing that kind of pulled you out of it, mate?
Honestly, it was the people that I have in my life. I met and I'm marrying a wonderful woman. Her name is Taylor Morris. My family, my friends, just surrounding myself with the right people who never stopped believing in me when I couldn't even believe in myself, and never stopped pushing me when I couldn't push myself. You know, it was probably rock bottom, like I said, for me. And to know that even though I had nothing to offer the people around me, nothing at all to even offer, you know, myself, to get myself through those hard times. Again, I've been training my entire life, from when I was a child. You guys know my story with my dad, and having had a father in this sport and somebody who brought me up to train, not even being able to train, just again put me in one of the lowest points of my life, depression and all types of stuff. So I attribute a lot of the success that I'm having today. Bodybuilding is a very, very small part of it. Outside of bodybuilding, there's life, and there's a lot more to life. And I'm much more successful on that end of it. We opened a gym in Sawgrass. It's called Fitness System Sawgrass. It's wildly successful. It's one of the best gyms in South Florida.
Wow. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So life is just really good. And again, I attribute a lot of that to the people that I, you know, was fortunate enough to have around me and believe in me and push me and love me and, you know, want the best for me.
Do you feel confident again?
Wildly confident.
Good. Because sorry to interrupt.
Wildly confident.
I spoke to Ron Harris, and I said, wow. I said, you know, in this fast-moving sport, I said, I spoke to bodybuilders that have had a year out, and you know, it's very daunting for them to compete again, even if it might have only been a year. It's, you know, and it really knocks their confidence, and it's a big hurdle to get over. You've been out for 3 years. You've just told me you ripped your bicep. You've had all these kind of things to kind of battle against and overcome. And I just said, you know, when you got your the first second the other week at Chicago, was it Chicago? Yeah, Chicago. Sorry, so many bloody shows at the moment.
No.
I said, I bet Jon's really feeling confident again.
Yeah. Again, my confidence doesn't come from the stage, because the stage is the fun part.
Yeah.
Life really is the hard part.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when you wrap your head around, like, I get to do this for fun. I get to do this because I love to do this. And I enjoy doing it. But when life knocks you on your ass and you have to find a way back out and back up, that builds confidence. And I think the confidence on stage, certainly placing second to a great competitor in Justin Shire, definitely helps build confidence. But honestly speaking, I was at the Olympia last year. My soon-to-be wife was like, "Babe, look at the top two guys. You know, that she's like, they're not any better than you are. They're your height, you know." And this is her just kind of like
Yeah.
working those gears, you know.
Yeah.
And listen, not Dustin, Derek Lunsford is an incredible athlete. I'm not by no means disrespecting them, or saying that I'm any better at this point in my career, because I'm not, or Hadi or any of the shorter guys. But her point in bringing that out, and my father and all the people around me were like, dude, if they could do it, so can you. You know, you've been at this longer. You know everything they know. You've been at it. You've done it. You just got to believe in yourself to do it. And so watching Derek come from 212 and move up, and Hadi come from 212 and move up, and having this bicep tear, and knowing that I placed second to a very good Justin Shire in 7 months of training, it does something to you.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting started.
Yeah. So
I'm just getting started. It's only been 7 months, so a little bit more time under some weights and a nice solid, off-season training, and I think I'm just having fun, man. It's gonna be a fun ride.
it sounds to me like you've got different motivations for doing now what you do.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, life, when it knocks you on your ass and you got no other choice but to get back up, it breeds a different kind of animal. And last April, being very candid, I was on my knees just sobbing, like, what else can I go through? What else? I mean, I've lost everything, even my training. I can't even train anymore. Like, what do I have to offer? And I had to rebuild myself. And when you have that, I really think that, like, there's just nothing that can stop you. I've been through so much in my life in general. And now, having come back through one of the worst times in my life to having this crazy moment in my life it's awesome. And you can't be anything but grateful and thankful, and just look back and say, man, if I can do this in a short amount of time of training and come back and compete at a high level. And I don't want to mince my words here. The night before Chicago Pro, I got on my knees and I prayed to God, and I said, listen, if this is no longer meant for me, let me know. Just make it, show me. Because no one wants to be the guy that shows up and you passed your time. You shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be that guy. But I also needed to prove to myself that I could at least try. And the fact that I was able to try and get that small win for myself, it made some big changes in the way that I approach everything now with training and diet and.
Do you feel really fired up now? You've done a couple of shows and you're back in the swing of things, and you're like, okay, I've got two good shows here. You're not one, and then your next minute you like get 10th the next one. You got two consecutive, consistent, solid placings there. Do you feel like you've got the fire back for it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy because I honestly did not think that this would be the outcome of it. I was a little bit more, we'll see what happens,
Which one? Or both?
But for both, honestly,
okay.
I got in my head and I was like, maybe it was a fluke, maybe they were being nice. They just kind of gave me the second play. I don't know, And then to come here and
you've rubber stamped it.
Yeah. Well, to be here and be competitive against arguably the best Hunter Labrada has ever been.
Yep.
And to be competitive against that, who was 6th, 7th best in the world, is like, again, it makes you take a step back and shit. There's something here.